Hello everyone. Yes, I'm still alive. I've been really busy. I am still really busy. But yesterday or 2 days ago, Apple released the new Logic 10. So, of course, I'm going to do a video about it because otherwise you're going to stress me anyway. So, nah, I'm joking. I actually really want to do that because maybe it can help you out in deciding whether you want to do the transition or not. Of course, I'm a damn freaking nerd and I bought it like 2 hours after. Anyway, this is Logic 9. Yeah, it's not the 10. I have both open, so you can see the differences between one and the other one. Actually, because I just changed my computer, a few plugins are not installed. Also, I'm using a different software to record the video, to record the screen, so I can't really capture the audio of the computer, so I'm not going to play anything. You don't need to hear anything anyway. This is the arrangement of the track that I did with Tritonal, which is called Reset, which is going to be released on Dimmock on August the 6th. Go and buy it when it's out. But anyway, let's talk about something else. Logic 10. Now, what I've seen already on YouTube that they're doing, the whole presentation of the software, and it's all really cool. But Logic Ninja did the presentation. I think he's the best guy when it comes to Logic, and so I would just watch his presentation, and I wouldn't watch anything else because he's the shit. I love you, Dave. But yeah, what I wanted to do is something a little different, and it's more like a comparison and what I personally like and what I personally don't like about the new Logic. So you can see maybe some of the things from a different perspective, as opposed to an actual review of the software. So let's start. All right, this is the whole project. It's 99 tracks, 99 channels. I've got 99 channels and one good track. And yeah, you know exactly how Logic 9 looks like. Everything's pretty tidy. Everything kind of fits. This is a lot of channels, but everything fits quite well, and everything is decently organized. We open the mixer and we see everything. We see our plugins, and here we see our instrument. Yeah, the station, massive, silent, and blah 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 blah. Now, what do we have here? We have Logic 10, and this is how the same project looks like on Logic 10. Oh, this is my voice going on, so let's get rid of it just because it's bothering me. Well, while I do that, if you press X, you're going to enter the mixer, which is really different, right? Quite different, yes. And let's get rid of my voice, which is here. We don't want any input. Ha ha ha. Okay, no voice anymore. Cool. Yeah, first thing that we noticed is that it's gigantic. They moved the transport bar from the bottom to the top. And yeah, let's talk about the things that I freaking hate about Logic 10. And this is one of the things that I freaking hate about Logic 10. They moved this. Actually, it's not that I hate this. I actually don't care. But what I hate is that they got rid of this, which is the toolbar. So here you could, you can customize your toolbar, and you can put a lot of different function, and you just click the icon and it'll do that function for you. Here you can still do it, but is over here. So basically you're losing, I don't know how much, but it's a lot of pixels. I think it's probably like 100 something pixel, if not more. I can do it actually. if we want to be picky, we are losing about 140 pixels of screen, which is like 10 channels. And yeah, I wouldn't really mind if we could get rid of the transport bar and just have these, which by the way are still gigantic, and I think they're really badly organized and disposed, but okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind if we could move the transport bar around and just keep this one, but you can't do that, and yeah, you kind of lose a little bit of space. I think, sorry about that. I think when a software gets the graphic user interface update, sometimes it's all about like getting used to it. However, I mean, you know how much I stress about workflow, and this is a few more click that you have to do. I mean, you have to close it if you want to save space. You do all your work, but if you're over here, you have to go with the mouse over here and then find your channel, your function, and blah blah blah. And then when you're done, you close it. You lose time. I hate this kind of things. You know me, so yeah, that's a big no. That's something I really hate about the new Logic 10. But yeah, otherwise you can simply drag this thing up. You get a few more channels, a few more space for the channel, and that's all right. Also, has to be said, right now I'm on a stupid freaking thing. Okay, yeah, it's doing a lot of things that I hate. I can't grab the freaking. Come on, really? Seriously? All right, there you go. It has to be said that right now I'm on a cinema display, the old ones, the 20 inches, 23 inches, whatever, I don't know. But the computer I have is actually a Retina display MacBook Pro. The screen of that thing is beautiful and the resolution is huge. So if I switch it to, if I put this project in on the Retina display screen, everything actually fits pretty well. So yeah, probably Apple wants you to upgrade your screens. That wouldn't surprise me. So they did everything a little bit bigger. But yeah, I'm not here to judge. You know, marketing and all those kind of strategies. You can't really disagree with that. They have to pay the bills. So yeah, that's probably the reasons to why they made everything a little bigger. Resolutions on the screens are getting higher, so you can afford to do bigger stuff. So yeah, this kind of problem of losing space and stuff like that doesn't really happen on Retina displays or on like very big cinema displays or other big monitors. But you know, if you have like a 20 something inches, yeah, it's not that handy. Anyway, another thing that I hate with all of my heart is this. This thing over here, they added groups that they didn't have over here. So you just have these two that you can close, and they don't take that much space, as opposed to this that literally covers the whole freaking channel strip in the inspector, and I hate that. And I mean, you can take this thing off, and when I figured it out, I was like, oh my god, that's amazing, you can actually take it off. But as soon as you close it, it goes back. Please, Apple, just take that thing off. It's ridiculous. And I'm not even using groups, so I don't even know why it's creating group on its own. And yeah, it's a big no. It literally just makes everything so complicated. Also, yeah, another thing that I really don't like is how big the text is. Here you can read pretty much all the name. Here you can't. I mean, yes, you can do the whole configure track header, and you can say, I don't want a space bar. I don't want a control surface bar. I don't want input recording. I don't want the pen and the volume, and blah 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 blah. You save a little bit of space, then you can, you know, get it back this way, and you can see a little bit more of the names. But this text is freaking big. I don't know, it annoys me. And yeah, also you can stretch the thing a little bit and you can make it a little bit smaller. Colors are really cartoony compared to this, and I don't know, it's I don't want to judge this. It's probably a lot of it has to do with getting used to the new interface. I still like the little squares or whatever you want to call them, the regions, better in the old version compared to this. They are a little bit, I don't know, they're probably too saturated. They're too strong, but and also the block, it's too toyish. They wanted to have it really garage band looking, I suppose. And yeah, another thing that kind of put me off on Logic 10. This is not gonna be an I hate Logic 10 video. I'm just going through what I don't like first to then go with what I like. So don't worry, I'm not being like a little twat and say Logic sucks. No, I'm just going through the good and the bad, and I'm doing the bad first. So we keep the good things for the end of the video. Yeah, one of the things that I didn't like is that if you get a region and you loop it in Logic 9, basically you press L, you loop the region, you get this, okay? You get the region which is looped, and it's like a slightly desaturated kind of color, which is pretty good on the arrangement because you can identify it right away. It is right here. You can see that the region is a little darker compared to what's not looped, right? If you go in Logic 10 and you do the same, you get the region, right? This is one of the cool things. Basically, it shows you the end of the region as well on the lines. This is actually pretty nice. But anyway, if you get your region and you loop it, what you get is the same color, which is damn annoying, and I'll explain you why it's annoying in a second. The only difference is the actual content is a little bit desaturated. Right here is a bright white, and here is a little bit more, it has a little bit of opacity, but if you are all zoomed out, you can't see that, right? What they did to identify it is they put this little dent over here, which identifies the loop. And when you zoom out, yes, you can see the little space, but if you have regions like that, it blends in with the whole regions, and it gets a little bit confusing. Which wouldn't really matter, but sometimes you just want to move this region, and you're like, why I can't move it? Why I can't move it? Why I can't move it? Because it's a loop, and the only way to move it is to grab it from the actual starting point, and then you can move it around. That's a little bit stressful, but I guess you get used to it. Literally, I think the only guys who managed to update the interface for years without screwing it up are the guys from Photoshop, the guys from Adobe, and I would expect them to, not screw up an interface. It's their job. All the other software, when they get updates, kind of screw up with you and with what you're used to do. But I really hope it's just a matter of time, and maybe after a couple of weeks of working with Logic 10, you're just gonna get used to the whole new interface, colors, and blah blah blah, and everything is just gonna become natural. That's what happens. But I'm definitely not gonna get used to how big things are. Anyway, another thing I'm not really a fan of, it's in the mixer. If we open Logic 9 and we're mixing, as you can see, the mixer opens, it scrolls down, and we can see all of our synths or whatever. I usually don't read down here, but I read up here. Well, in Logic 10, that doesn't happen. The actual synth that we have open is all the way up, is right here. So sometimes you open the mixer and you get this, and you're like, all right, where the hell am I? You know, you can read here, but I'm not really good at naming channels and stuff like that. So yeah, you have to go down, scroll up, and find whatever you're looking for, and then you have to go down back again and make sure that hold on, I wanna change the volume of the battery, and so you're like, okay, battery's here, let's go down here again, but then you lose it, and then you're like, okay, so hold on, was it this one? So you highlight it, and yeah, you make sure it's this one, and blah 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 blah. I mean, I'm just trying to, you know, show you possibilities of getting confused and stuff. It doesn't necessarily need to happen, but that's one thing I don't like. Other thing, if you click Control and hit Control on the keyboard and click, you get this little menu, and you can take crap out, like get rid of the groups that I don't use. If you use it, of course, you don't have to get rid of that. Get rid of the icon. I don't care about it. Get rid of yeah, that's about it. Yeah, in that case, you know, you earn a little bit of space. You don't have to scroll all the way up. You can manage to see the instrument and the fader, which is good. Also, another thing that you can do is narrow the mixer a little bit, which is good. You can fit a little bit more channels. I would get rid of the legend. I don't care about it. And you know, you can clean it up a little bit, and that's good. That's all right. However, I really like what they did with the mixer, despite the fact that, you know, it's gigantic and they moved the whole instrument up there. I really like the new interface. Here you get the volume, and here you get the peak, while in Logic 9, here you get the volume and the peak is up here. I kind of like it a little bit better. It's more sort of professional. It really looks like Pro Tools, the whole mixer, even the colors and the fader, the LED or whatever color. Then yeah, the fact that you can move around stuff is really handy without having to right click or alt click or stuff like that. You can turn it off right over here. You can move it around and you can open it. It's pretty cool. Also, one thing that nobody actually showed in any video of Logic 10 yet is that we all know that if you double click over here, Logic will open the EQ for you. Logic 10, if you click over here, will open the compressor for you, which is cool, and it will also show you the gain reduction as it happens over here. It's, you know, more flashy colors and things when your track plays, which is cool. It's always nice to see more flashy stuff. All right. I think I think that's it with the bad stuff. And honestly, I think the only complaint that I have is mostly about the interface being so big and a little bit too, like, you know, toy looking, but I was expecting that. At least we didn't like get the same update as they did with Final Cut. I mean, with Final Cut, they really screwed them up. They really screwed the Final Cut user up. We have been a little bit more lucky, I would say. I think they overall did a pretty good job. The interface, it's a little bit darker, and it's actually not as painful to look at the screen for like 16 hours a day like I do. I'm just not sure about the whole region stuff for now. But hopefully, it'll get better. Let's talk about the good stuff. Well, the good stuff is you probably already seen it, but for example, this whole thing is the base of the track, all right? And well, right now, since I wasn't the only person that was putting hands on this track, I don't even know why he's doing this. Might be a little bug. Since I wasn't the only person that was doing this track, as I said, this is the collab with Tritone. I try to, keep everything more organized, and they are probably more organized than me. So the bass is where the bass is, the lead is where the lead is, and percussion, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes when I work, I have crap all over the place. Like, for example, I have the bass, which is one over here and another one over here, and blah blah blah. So sometimes I'm like, all right, no, I have to stop working on the track right now, and I have to move stuff around because the project is way too messy, and I can't work like that anymore. So in Logic 9, what do? Well, you can only get one track at a time, and you move it around until it's sorted, and until all the basses channel are close together, all the percussion channel are close together, all the lead channels are close together. And yeah, you can only do it one track at a time, and it takes some time. What you can do with Logic 10, which is awesome, is you can select more than one track at a time, like I did here, and you can drag them, and you can move them where you want, and Logic will automatically put them close together, and you can move them around. So for example, if I decide that I want my bass channels below the whole, other elements, I can just get them all and move them around, and there you go. So that's pretty cool. You can rearrange the project really, really fast, and I love that. But another thing that I love, and I'm sure you've seen it on the Logic 10 review already, but yeah, it's like definitely my favorite function in Logic 10, so why not talk about it, is the track stack. So if you right click on, if you select, let's reselect all the channel, this is the bass, and if you right click on it, you'll see that there's a menu that says create stack track. Now you have two options. The summing stack basically will let you create a single MIDI channel that will play several different instruments. So let's say it's really good for layering. Let's say I have a sub bass and a really wide crunchy bass, and a bass that and a layer which is an octave higher. Normally with Logic 9, I would have the three different synthesizers that do my three different type of sounds, and I would have a MIDI channel in each and every single channel for that sound. Okay. With the summing stack, what you can do is having one single MIDI region that will play all the sound that I want, and that's pretty cool. It's been shown in a lot of Logic 10 review already, so I'm not gonna stress too much about it, especially even because I can't really record the sound, so it would be kind of pointless. But I'm gonna show you the folder stack. So the folder stack is gonna pack all my channels into a single channel. So right now, of course, now I can rename it, and this is gonna be the bass, right? And there you go. Right now, I have this single channel, which actually includes all my bass layers. And this is awesome because you can see how much space I'm saving now. You know, I can do this with the bass, and this is the lead. Stack track. Boom. Sub 2, and that's lead. And I'm saving a lot of space. That's super awesome. Now let's say I'm like, no, I don't want to have this, stack track anymore. What you can do is simply right click and you flatten the stack, and the whole channel stack track disappears, and you get all your different layers once again. Now let's do undo, and this is a little bug that Logic has, that Logic 10 has. I think it's a bug. When you create a stack track, what Logic does for you is creating some sort of auxiliary channel or bus channel. It's not really a bus channel, but is a fader that controls the volume of all the layers together. So basically, it's like you send all the different layers into a bus, and you set the volume from there. The difference is, if you would do it from a bus, you can actually use insert and stuff like that. While here is purely a volume control. I'm not sure why they did that, but the thing is, when you get rid of the stack channel, you can see that the stack channel is still here. So and it actually still affects the volume of all the channels of these layers. So I don't know. I'm not sure I'm not sure whether it's a bug or whether it's something that they want. But I mean, if I get rid of the stack channel, then I want to get rid of the stack fader as well. So yeah, Logic guys, have a look at this, because I'm pretty sure it's a bug. But yeah, I mean, that's a minor thing. Doesn't really matter. I was just noticing it was like I had this extra channel that I couldn't figure out what it was, and so I did a few tests, and yeah, that's what happens. So yeah. So yeah, that's a really, really cool thing about Logic 10. Another cool thing is that, let me set the pencil tool. Right, if you have the pencil tool in Logic 10, you can create region, okay? We all know that. You can create MIDI region and blah, 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 blah. You can write shit on it. Oh yeah, new melody. And there's one thing that Logic always had, is basically that it never made sense to me, but is you can create an audio region as well. But when you create an audio region, what Logic does is giving you this. I mean, what the hell? Why would I want a piano roll on an audio region? Which is kind of pointless. Maybe there is a reason that I never figured out, but for me, there's no reason. If you know the reason, let me know, but I don't think there is one. Okay, so let's get rid of this. Down arrays. Okay. If we are in Logic 10, and I say 10 so passionately, and we add a region. So if we click, Logic will bring a window, and from there we can go pick up an audio file and import it right away into the project. So we don't have to like open this, which is gigantic, or take the window down and then grab a sample and drag it in. We can simply just click this, go get our WAV file, and click open, and it will just put it inside here, which is pretty cool. It's quite quick. I really like that function, and yeah, that was another cool thing. Also, yeah, by the way, one thing. Maybe you're not as stupid as me, but right here you have a lot of things that you can do, like set the velocity or set the whatever you want, pitch bend and all that stuff. So if you do this, you get rid of it, or whoops. When you want it back, you either drag it up, but sometimes you fail at grabbing the thing and blah 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 blah. You just have to hit this one. They actually moved it. Used to be down here. Now it's up here. So yeah, I'm just showing you this because I literally lost 20 minutes to find this freaking thing. Also, yeah, I'm not really a fan of the way that they change the whole thing unless you control click or some stupid stuff like that. No, over here you change what you want to see. So right now I'm controlling the pitch bend. Other thing that I hate, Logic 9, bring it up over here, pitch bend, one click, and you're good. Here, no, you can't do that. Even if you click all over the place and if you swear in 10 different languages, you have to grab the pencil tool, click, click, and then you're done. Hate it, but whatever. I like that better. Also, yeah, another thing I haven't really figured out yet is how to increase or decrease the size of the region from the MIDI channel, from the piano roll. In Logic, you just grab this one, for example. Let's see. Right, this is the region. You just get it, and you can open it and close it. I know it's a stupid thing, but it comes handy sometimes. Right here, if you grab stuff, you can't do anything. So I don't know how to do it yet. I'm not even sure you can. Automation, you probably want to see the automations. Automations are still pretty good. I experienced a few not working automation already, so I'm not sure they actually fixed the problems of the automation. But they just wanted you to feel more. They just wanted to feel more comfortable with it. If the automation would work, you'd be like, oh my god, automation work, I feel so lost. So if the automation still don't work, you feel like, oh yes, I'm still using Logic. So maybe that's the only reason as to why they didn't fix the damn automation. And yeah, that's how they look like. Pretty normal. If you have more than one automation, sometimes it's not that clear. Like for example, here there's another automation, and I don't know. I think you can see it a little better in Logic 9. But yeah, once again, you just need to get used to it. What else? Right, the smart controls. Smart controls, I'm sure you've already seen what they do, but let me explain it to you anyway. Let's you know what? Let's get a new let's have a new channel. Let's make a new channel. Double click, and we add the ESP. We just get a silly noise. I'm not sure how much you can hear, but anyway, and we get the Valhalla room, giant reverb, right? Huge, perfect. Right, and we want to automate. We want to have this effect that we have, let's bypass it for a second. Let me push up the volume a little bit. Okay, so we want the effect that as we open the cutoff, the reverb grows as well. Okay, so as we do this, the mix of the reverb goes up as well. If we were doing on a project, we would have to automate this and automate this. What Smart Control allows us to do, I think it's called Smart Control, yeah, it is, for example, control a lot of parameters at the same time with just one knob. So if I press the I, which is inspector, I can assign the various things to various parameters, the various control, sorry. So right now, the smart controls are all, Logic assigns automatically smart controls to our things. You know, the cutoff is something that is really used, so it's automatically assigned. Same for the resonance, same for the attack and the decay. So we don't really have to wire this because it's already wired up. If we want to wire something that is not wired in, we just click on the control and touch. There you go. Right, so let's do it again. You simply click, hit learn, and then you touch whatever thing you want to control. There you go. If you want to delete what you just did, you just click on it, delete mapping, click on it, delete mapping, and so on. Right, now, let's pretend that we don't have any control assigned on our cutoff. So we hit learn, it's this control, we hit the cutoff, and there you go, we can control it. But also, as I said, we want to have the effect that as we open the cutoff, the reverb grows up as well. And we can do that. So we click over here, add mapping. Now we have a new one. We have to select this one first, the unmapped one. Click here and click here. Sorry. Click learn. Yeah, that's a little bit, it's new. It's just, has just been released, so I'm allowed to fuck it up eventually. Now, okay, it's this one. We have the learn button on. We click, and there you go. So now, of course, we need to turn it on. There you go. That's pretty cool. And we only have one control controlling everything. We can also create a little pick, you know. And instead of the chorus, we control this, and there you go. So this thing really like takes the whole creating effects and sound design to a whole new level. I am really happy about this one. I'm probably gonna go crazy with, you know, a lot of wobbly sound and all that kind of stuff. This is really good for wobbly sound. It's one of the cool things that Ableton used to do, and I'm really happy that the guys from Apple implemented this in Logic 10. And it seems to be working really well, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, I've been talking for way too long already. This is it, Logic 10. Still not sure about how it looks. It'll take me some time to get used to it. I can't really imagine working on something that looks like this while making a track. So I'm road testing the whole thing. I'm finishing a few projects on Logic 9. Also because, yes, silent won't work here. Yeah, you all know that. You all know that there's that thing which is called jbridge that you can use, and it's a wrapper, it's a bridge, and you can run silent in 64-bit. I'm never gonna use that because I hate bridges and wrappers and all those kind of thing. If you want to use it, feel free to install that crap on your computer. I'm not gonna do it, so please stop posting. You can do this with jbridge. Whatever. I'm gonna wait for Silent 1 to be released in 64-bit if they will release it in 64-bit, but I think they will. If they won't, I'll find a new synthesizer. I'm not gonna use wrappers, so stop posting use the wrapper on my Facebook page. Please stop. Yeah, Silent 1 work. It's a shame because basically 90% of the lead sound in every EDM track are made with Silent or Nexus. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame, but hopefully, Silent will be 64-bit soon. Let's cross our fingers. So it won't be a problem anymore. Yeah, I think the only problem that I have, the only plugin that is not 64-bit right now, it's actually Silent. A few plugins that are not working right now are either outdated. As I said, I installed the computer. I just got the computer. Some plugins are not even installed yet. Some others are the old installer. I have a bunch of plugins for Native Instrument to update. I have, have a lot of plugins to update. But yeah, pretty much everything that I use on a daily basis works except for Silent. So if you use the same plugin I use, you are technically safe. Yeah, Silent sadly won't work. Yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoy this. I know it's not really like a in-depth review, but it's more of a point of view and kind of workflow thing and differences from Logic 9 to Logic 10. Also, as you noticed, I'm running Logic 9 and Logic 10 at the same time. Same project. If you have done a project in Logic 9, Logic 10 will open it. It will mess up a little bit the colors, especially it will mess up the colors on the mixer, which I'm not happy about it. But other than that, it'll just work. Of course, if you save a project with Logic 10, not of course, I actually haven't tried, but I'm pretty sure if you save a project with Logic 10, you won't be able to open it with Logic 9. But if you're afraid of, updating, because you're like, oh, what if I download Logic 10? Will I still be able to use Logic 9? Yes, you will. As you can tell, there's Logic 9, there's Logic 10 here and Logic 9 here, and they work on their own independently. So yeah, that you don't have to worry about. Yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, Sensei, use my really, really precious time to do this video for you. You should take some of your precious time to vote for Seven Skies at DJ Mag Top 100. Yeah, I just said that. I literally just said that. I wouldn't have said that, but I really need a little bit of self-promotion. So yeah, go vote for Seven Skies because he's so cool and takes time for you so you can see Logic 10 before you buy it, before you realize that you did a big mistake or not. Yeah, that's it. I've been sarcastic enough in this video, as always. So yeah, I'm just gonna hit stop and see you soon. Bye bye. Ciao. Oh, actually, no, that's not how I finish my video. That's for me, David, Seven Skies. Bye bye.